Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Idle Manager. We're on episode number 2. Let's just jump right into things. It's going to be a bit of a shorter episode today. I would imagine there's some new viewers here, but for those who aren't new to the channel, you already know this. But for the new ones, anyway, I'm in the middle of buying a house. I also run a daycare out of my house that my wife runs full time, and I just manage it, and that's why I have the free time to do something like being on YouTube. But it's very time consuming trying to buy a house. I actually have an appointment with the inspector in under an hour, so I'm on a very limited time frame, and I just don't have additional time elsewhere to do other things. So let's get into things. I have some research that's slowly accumulated over time, and I'm going to go ahead and unlock rock. We've already got the R&B going, which obviously is strong with our female group. This one's not going to have any negative traits. It's just positive, and that could get us some more sales. So we'll start potentially pushing into that next genre. In terms of the choreography, our group is locked in on cool, so I think we're going to save our points up there. Yes, it hurts the male and adult audience a little bit, but the female teen audience love it, and we've got to stick with that because at least the current crop of singers we have, singers and dancers, performers, idols that we have, it's what they're good at. It's all that they're good at. The happiness, I very much like that it's a little boost to everything. As you can see, kind of everything else outside of anxiety has some sort of negative trait that goes along with it. This is one thing, though, that I think we're going to need to get into because we have our activities and promotion, and we need to get an internet show. So we're going to need to get an internet show going, and I'm not sure if that's unlocked just yet, but that might not be through here, is it? It's not. Okay. So let's see, what is it going to take to get an internet show? Okay, interviews, travel. Okay, those are. So we need to do interviews. Yeah, we can get that boost there. So we need to unlock interviews. And we have the points for it already. Haha. Fame level of the show, bigger the initial audience. Well, we can't afford anything, so no host. There you go, there's no cost. And then we're looking at probably the entire group because they'll get we're not going to put it out immediately, but it's ready. It's something that has to go through concept and pre-production, and then we choose to launch. So it's something we can sit on for a little bit and get it prepared in time as we continue on with the singles. Speaking of, our next single is ready for release. And look at that. Look at that. 15,000 plus. That's enough to pay all 3 of our idols, at least. And we're churning these out better than 1 a week at this point. Okay, so switching from R&B over to rock, the male appeal isn't so bad anymore. It's almost neutral. But while the female appeal isn't massive like it was, it's a little more well-rounded across the board. So I like our chances, of course, with no production cost. It's not a bad thing. What is a bad thing is the dipping mental stamina of these two. The physical stamina of all 3 of them is atrocious. That is what it is, and we're kind of stuck on that part. But we are making some progress. I mean, we're getting slightly better in a couple of areas. They've picked up little traits here and there. But let's go ahead and get choreography going, I guess. But I want to get this promotion up. We need 3 magazines to appear. We've done 1. And then that internet show, which is getting prepared. So there's that next step. We're doing well there. Let's slow that down. We need marketing. Please, thank you. Okay, that's pushing us up to 1,200. I have a feeling we're gonna get back to that 2 million before. Okay, the charts for November. Still first year. Remember, we started in July, and yeah, we're churning out 4 songs a month, so about 1 per week. And you can see just how bad things were, but they're getting better. I mean, that's double where it was. I have no idea if that was the last one that we did, but you know, generally they've been kind of trending that direction. And it's still not 100, and it's still nowhere near the next one on the list, but it's getting better. And the big thing is we're not bleeding money. We're still losing slightly, so we've got to make sure we stay on top of not just doing fans, but collecting some money. That 30,000 is going to make a huge difference. I mean, that pushed us right back up. Alright, next song ready to release. Not gonna write you a love song. Okay. Oh, nobody loved it. Everybody hated it. This song was poorly reviewed. You can see just a few days into the week, we're already right back where we were on balance. That's one of the key things right now about having gotten this up to that next level, up to level 3. Having this still at level 2, though, is definitely hurting us. We can gain so much faster. So before long, we're going to have to take a moment and try to get our next contract underway. And you know what, maybe we just do it now. Go for that business proposal. That also finished up the next song. It's ready to go. Magic Money. This one much more well received. Over 100 and over 20,000 for the first time. So getting into the territory of that's enough to pay some of the staff, all of the staff. How much is the staff salaries? I forget. Okay, there you go. We've got our next photo shoot all set up. So we're going to go ahead and get this one. And that's paying out even better than before, I believe. We're at 158,000. And that puts us back over 2 million yen. So there you go. We finally hit 2 million yen. We're almost back to where we kind of had been for a while. It's also going to free up our marketing department for the moment. Let's go ahead and go down here. We've appeared in 2 magazines. We still need 1 more, plus that internet show, which we've prepped. So between the 2, we'll get there before too long. Ooh, hello, event. Hey, do you ever think about moving out of the big city to settle down someplace where the pace of life is slower? No. Probably wouldn't be an idol if I thought like that. I mean, it's kind of hard to have a job like this when living in a small town, right? Closest you can do is to become a school idol or something. Yeah, I guess it's something that isn't really an option for idols. But when I look around at people on the subway, it seems like everyone is so stressed. Makes me wonder if more people might be happier in a place where the pace of life is slower. Well, having to be in the big city isn't really unique to our line of work. People in lots of professions move to the big city in pursuit of opportunity. That's why so many young people move to the big city after finishing high school to get a job. It doesn't really happen the other way around. It's kind of sad, isn't it? Feels like a lot of smaller towns are kind of getting hollowed out. Yeah, right? This was a smaller town. It's not a small town now. It's a suburb for a big city-ish, big-ish city. Almost like big cities are siphoning away all of the most ambitious young people, right? I don't think there's really a way around that. The city is a place where all of the activity is happening. It's a place where businesses are going to be the most economically productive. That's kind of why cities exist. It seems obvious why people would move to the city. It's a place where they can be the most economically productive. But when people move away from smaller towns, they lose their connection with the local culture. Don't you think that's more important than becoming more productive? Hey, Mr. Gamer, what do you think? Young people should go to where the career opportunities are. Yeah. Screw the culture. Sorry. Yeah, people can't fulfill their potential if they stay trapped in a small town for their entire lives. You can bring culture with you. The opportunities don't. Anyway, people aren't just going to the city to make more money. They're also achieving greater things and contributing more to the success of the country as a whole. I'm hearing this as a very Japanese mentality, by the way. But smaller towns contribute to the success of the larger cities, don't they? It happens in a pretty direct way when you think about it. After all, if all the young, ambitious people are moving from smaller towns to the big city, then it means that the smaller towns have to pay for the public schooling that educates those people. But then they go off to the city. That's why Japan has a hometown tax system, right? It's not as if big cities are just absorbing all of the nation's talented people and then hoarding the wealth. Oh, I kind of like that. It's a neat system. When a person moves to a city like Tokyo, it becomes more successful. They earn money from their Tokyo job, which then gets taxed and sent back to their hometown. And when people pay taxes to their hometown, they get something back in return. What kind of something? Town sends them something like a can of fruit or whatever product is locally produced there. Just what I always wanted, a can of fruit. You know, it's something that serves as a little taste of home. And also a reminder that it's worth it to do the paperwork and to pay the hometown tax. Doesn't even have to be a physical gift. Maybe you move to the big city and aren't able to visit a family member's gravesite to make an offering. Some towns will send someone out to make an offering and maintain the gravesite on your behalf. Is that a really good thing? It almost feels like it's commodifying something that should be a basic human interaction. Well, there's no getting around the fact that some people will always want to move to where the opportunities are. These young ladies are having such a mature conversation right now. The hometown tax system lets people support the place that raised them while also maintaining a connection to home. It means that if you only visit home every few years, when you go to visit your family's grave, you could visit a place that someone else has maintained. And when you're away, you can get photos of what's going on at home. It gives you something to come back to. I think there's something beautiful about that. I guess that's true. It just seems like it might be nicer if they could actually keep living in their hometown without feeling like they had to move to the big city to get a better job. Well, who knows what the future holds? Maybe one of these days the government will actually start paying people who work for big companies to move back to their hometowns and work remotely. Or, like through COVID or something. Something along those lines has very much happened. And that was a long cutscene for one key point interaction. It was just them chatting with each other throughout. By the way, physical stamina boost plus 10, but that's 15,000 we don't want to start spending until we actually get somewhere in terms of finances, secure, so on and so forth. Hey, everybody's sitting idle. The idols are idle. They are idle. Everybody's idle. And we're managing idols. pun intended. We have a song done. We have a song that needs marketing. Let's go ahead and get on with that. We have a song that needs lyrics. The song can happen later. Let's go ahead and release. Babe, I'm falling for you. 27,800. We're moving up in the world. Alright, we're up to 1,500 by the way, and nearly right back on 2 million, even though we just started a new week today. Oh, never mind. That was the end of the week. My bad. Let's go ahead and raise those funds a little bit. Nowhere near 1,000 yet, but we're up over 100. One more magazine to go, and that little internet show coming before long, and our marketing person just finished. Maybe it's a good time. What does she do? Pre-production. Okay, let's get that pre-production done. And let's get this song done, and let's get this song released. Honey, enjoy the silence. Wow, the men liked it. The women did not. But we still made 26,000. And there's our first rock song. Inching our way towards our second star. Alright, nearly pushing back to 2 million again. We're going to need new singles. We're going to have to get that continuously moving along. And we could actually push the happiness to the next level. Okay, still at the bottom of the charts, but look how much closer we were to the Neko girls. So much closer. We're only 60 away from matching the next lowest on the charts and getting off the bottom. I'll take it. And I'll also take that as a good stopping point because it is December. It's the final month of our opening year. And oh, look at those points. We could upgrade. Cool. Boom. Okay. See, we're pushing things out. We're getting better along. Oop, we can hit level 2 on the rock. Yes. Okay. I'm happy. Good things are happening, and everybody's sitting idle. We better slow this down. I just flew through a couple days without intent. All right. We made some rapid progress here, even though we didn't actually level up any of our key factors, but we are getting close to leveling this one up. Just one more magazine appearance, and then the last step, I can actually just start that. There you go. Concept. And one more song finish. Let's just finish it up. Amused by my inner fire. Holy cow, look at that. Look at that. 189. 189. We pushed those couple levels higher, and then yeah, see, there's your level 2, and dang, just like that, we're making a little more buck. As in, we're starting to really do a lot better on that break-even thing, and it's happening almost from the songs by themselves and not having to rely on the activities multiple days a week to make that happen. So that combination is now getting us in a better financial state. And then we're close to getting this leveled up where we can start adding fans more quickly, which is obviously going to start bringing in a lot more money. We've got a new round of singles to put together. We're working on the concept here, but yeah, I'm happy with the progress we made in a fairly short amount of time this time. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, give this series a chance. Good feedback on the first episode. Really happy with this little known title that a lot of people are going, ooh. And it's fun. It's fun. I'm enjoying this. All right, I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.